John was a banker and a businessman, and he did a lot of work for both Bellin. He was on their board and treasurer, and he was on the executive committee with the Green Bay Packers and also treasurer. The award was created as a partnership between Bellin Hospital and the Green Bay Packers. He was gratified that they were going to do that, but that was not his idea. We received a call the night before he died that said that they wanted to do this to honor John. And I think he would be very happy with all the people that have been chosen. And I think he would be very happy with this year's candidate, Paul Vlies.
I always knew I wanted to go into engineering and construction. I grew up with a wonderful dad who was a builder and a fixer, and he was always patient enough to have the kids involved in it. So that and an interest in math and science really led to that engineering degree, which has served me well throughout my career. My dad had a heart attack right before my eyes, and Bellin took really good care of him. And not long after that, there was an engineering opportunity at Bellin. I never thought of healthcare as being a place where engineers worked, but that couldn't be further from the truth, and I'm glad I found that out. I've been at Bellin over 25 years, and I don't think anybody could have imagined that we would continuously have projects, large and small, going on every second of every day. All that space has to be maintained, and it has to be safe and reliable equipment. You know, we have equipment that cannot heck up even once. Security in healthcare, you would be amazed at what level of security is needed. Security needs and expectations have changed, and we're very happy to have adapted our teams and our technology to really create an environment that our visitors, staff, and patients deserve. We're very proud of the teams we built. Al, Mark, and Rick are all outstanding leaders, and we get along splendidly, and they've created really good teams over time as well. They're well respected in the organization, they're well known in the organization. That helps communications flow often and accurately, and it's just, they do a great job and make my job easier.
He manages his team so well, so when you think about the Underwood Award and all of the qualities that you look for in it, Paul has them all. He was an absolute no-brainer to nominate, and you know, the neat thing was Laura and I started writing it, but then we asked other contractor vendors, other facilities partners, and every single person we reached out to asking, hey, could you send in a sentence or two immediately? Absolutely anything for Paul.
Paul so much cares for what Bellin does and cares for where they're going. Everything he does is what's the best fix or option or idea to improve Bellin.
You wouldn't think the foundation necessarily would tie in with facilities, but we work together so much more than people realize because of all these things that donors support throughout the system.
Donors in particular are such a valuable resource supporting our projects. That's why we particularly enjoy working with them personally, because again, we respect what they've given to our organization.
He so understands the value of a relationship, and again, not just for donors, but I've seen it even in interactions with the partners and the vendors that he works with.
My teams and myself have very valuable relationships inside and outside of our organization. We're not successful without them.
I've worked with a lot of people, a lot of individuals, a lot of different organizations, and for me, working with Paul has been one of the more enjoyable things that I've had in my 35 years of being in this area. He's just a pleasure to work with, you know, and I couldn't think of a person more deserving of this award.
Day to day, you know, you're putting fires out and making decisions one by one, but you know, often you get a chance to reflect and look at the good work we're doing and see that finished project and be able to celebrate that. It's really satisfying when you see that.
Paul, on behalf of our huge team of people who nominated you, congrats on being named the 2025 John Underwood Award winner.
Congratulations, Paul. John would be very pleased with your selection, so my congratulations.